Hey guys, Dan here. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about personal branding, what it means, a few things about the best way to brand yourself in the 21st century. I'm just here with the boys. Let's introduce ourselves.
Hi guys, my name is Ishpreet.
My name is Zoltan.
My name is Matthew.
So personal branding, let's look up the definition here. We just Googled it. So it is the practice of people marketing themselves and their careers as brands. That is basically the definition. To me, basically what personal branding means, it's how somebody feels about themselves and radiates onto others for them to see. What about you guys?
Honestly, when it does come to personal branding, it is a mixture between your professional life and your personal life, a way of more outputting yourself in a professional standard, but also kind of intertwining it with your personal moralities and your personal feelings. And it does give off the effect onto other people about who you are as a person in a professional environment and in your personal environment. What about you guys?
That makes actually a lot of sense for me. I think it's a bit of both. And again, since it's personal branding, it can all vary, right, from person to person, individual to individual. But for me, what personal branding ends up being is, again, that correlation, right? It's how you display those key characteristics to the world out there, to how you market yourself, the key ones, and that's what it is, branding, right? As you said, but personally and personally. But it's the key characteristics that you are bringing. You're not showing all your bad characteristics either. It's a professional / hey, I can work well in a team, I can do this, I can do this. So it's you branding those things that get you into the right team. The people who want to see you should see you. The people and the teams that you would work around, those are the ones that are like, hey, this guy would fit into our team. I think that's what personal branding is really about. And key point that people on social media post very entertaining things, very good things sometimes, but sometimes very bad things as well. And people don't correlate that. And I know a lot of industry professionals, as soon as they see a resume, they actually go check the person's Facebook or their Instagram, whatever you want to call it. They go check this person out, see how they're about.
So basically what you're saying, there's a fine line between professionalism and how you want when you're getting a job, how you want them to see you, and then how you want your friends to see you?
I wouldn't say there's a fine line, but I would say there's definitely a gray matter for sure, right? Because it's a bit of both, like professional and personal, as you said. Because one side you're showing your professional abilities and what you can do and where you've been, your confidence on the screen, or whatever you're branding out there, you're showing that. But on the other hand, if you don't make it personally relatable, on the other side, you don't build that connection with that person. They don't know if this person can fit in their team, because it's a team thing, right? A lot of people want people with a little bit of similarities to them, because somebody who is completely different from the whole team tends not to fit into the crowd, right? So it's both meeting in the middle.
And it's kind of like it's kind of like a double-edged sword in a way. Like, in personal branding, it can go really well if you cooperate with others and if you work well with others, but like being too different from others sometimes doesn't always work. And it's also, you gotta be careful like how you output yourself in more regard than social media, because coming off as too professional or too personal, like in that gray line right there, you can either come off as too fake or sometimes even too real, and it's kind of weird in a way, in a sense. But you just have to stick more of just being, realistic about yourself and who you are and how you work within other teams.
That really shows and stands out when using social media, especially like Instagram. Say a professional interviewer goes through your Instagram or something just to see what kind of a person you actually are. Maybe just by looking at that, they might not see the potential just because of the content that you have on your social media. So regarding that, pretty much just make sure you always have what you want others to see about you. And depending what kind of person you are, if you are outgoing and like adventurous, having things like being on the beach all the time or vacationing all the time might be a good thing to have. It shows that you are out there and willing to have fun. And sometimes some jobs aren't all about being serious behind the desk all day. It is about having fun. Otherwise, going to a day-to-day 9-to-5 job every day is going to kill you. And no one wants to do that. And by letting people know that you are adventurous and you have potential, it really shows what kind of person you actually are when coming to self-branding.
My favorite one with that is don't post on social media what you wouldn't want your mom to see.
Exactly.
I think that's kind of sums that up what you said.
It really does.
What do you guys think? What are some good ideas for personal branding in the 21st century?
Ooh, well, social media being the main core of where it's at, that's where people output themselves. I mean, when your boss looks you up or when your interviewer looks you up, you know, they would probably go to like the mainstreams, Instagram, Facebook.
Write it down.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. You know, LinkedIn's a big one.
That's the main one. That really is. It's Facebook for jobs. It's the perfect way to output yourself.
It's like your professional self, literally.
Yeah, no, it really is. It really is. Like that's, if you think about it, Facebook's more of the like your personal side. LinkedIn's more of your professional side.
Yeah.
But both of them correlate well to output yourself. But I think LinkedIn's more on there because it has more professional.
It's not posts that are getting the most views, and it's not photos as well.
Oh yeah.
People, I think the streams, most of it's going to be, I believe 70% of it's just all going to be video-based content because they're more relatable, they see more emotion.
It's more interactive.
More
Videos
interactive. It's the one that's going to pick up, it's the one that's passing, so we do recommend everyone just doing their videos, and that's way better.
And it's funny because the statement, a picture is worth 1,000 words, but here it's more of the opposite. It's more that the video tells more of a story really rather than the pictures do.
Well, a video can tell a lot more of a story than just
Exactly.
the picture.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
emotionized and everything, like live.
Yeah.
versus
Yeah,
just
the
a
big
picture.
thing I think with pictures or posts, they're not very personable. Whereas when you're making a video, somebody can be like, "Oh, that's how he is. That's how he talks. Those are his gestures and
Yeah,
whatnot."
hearing someone's voice, seeing like their mannerisms, that tells a lot about them.
Seeing their
They're-
confidence, just overall
Oh,
how they
definitely.
talk, to like a crowd or a person, and how they hold eye contact. Just with the camera, even it gives off a lot of traits that you can tell about a person.
Yes.
A photo image can look good, and it can be edited though.
Yeah, you can manipulate those easily.
But so could a video.
So can a
We're gonna
video,
make this look
but
awesome.
but it takes a lot more. Yeah.
Filter.
Filter all the blemishes, man. We're gonna look like a movie star.
Yeah. Name tag.
Videos is definitely the future, and it's a lot more engaging. Whereas
Just like before it was pictures.
Yeah,
and
now
now we moved on.
pictures or posts. It was posts, then pictures. Now it's videos.
Well, like you look at Instagram. That's a perfect example because you remember old school Instagram. It was just pictures.
It was just
That's
pictures
it.
and
But now we have
nothing really.
videos. Now we have collages and
you have
everything.
like the 10-second clip.
Yeah,
It just-
exactly.
It tells the whole story.
Oh, yeah.
10 seconds.
Definitely.
Actually, now I think they updated it that it's before for the minute, if the video was more than a minute long, and it'll just cut it out. But now you can actually click on it on the video, and it'll keep playing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I know about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
They
if
do
it's like a
that.
long, like 5-minute video
Yeah.
or something. So
How about YouTube? That's another one.
YouTube's a good place.
YouTube definitely, yeah.
YouTube.
Brand yourself on YouTube.
I'm finding that YouTube, all the videos, they always get longer and longer now. Now it's like
Oh, yeah.
how-to videos, it's podcasts, vlogs, stuff like that.
Snapchat, it's hard to find people on Snapchat versus LinkedIn, Instagram, even Facebook.
You gotta know like the username. You can't just do it by name.
Yeah, you can't just search people, or you
Or
actually
you
have to
know,
know them.
the only time that works is a quick ad.
Yeah, and back on that Snapchat, all friends I've met them in real life first, then add them on Snapchat.
Yeah, you have to meet them in real life.
Yeah.
Well,
Rather than LinkedIn, you can just quickly.
Snapchat did inspire something though, across social media, the stories that people post and everything, the 5 to 10 second small clips or pictures of what they do, like ever since Snapchat, Instagram does it, Facebook does it, even YouTube does it now.
Oh, you could do like the live stream, live videos.
Like,
now?
Yeah,
My
it's
story.
really taken off.
The
Yeah,
things in your
like the
stories.
stories.
Yeah.
Like Snapchat inspired a lot of that.
What type of content are you trying to show? Right, it's not just, we don't want to just tell them that, hey, this is where you're going to upload. We want to
Okay,
get
so
into a little bit more
the
depth.
next step then.
The next step.
Okay.
Right, because you obviously want multiple types of behaviors, but you do want to show specific ones.
I think one big thing is all these social medias are great. They're all great tools to use. The one thing to keep in mind with all of them, I think, is consistency. You want to be consistent throughout all the platforms. You don't want to be somebody completely different on LinkedIn, somebody completely different on Facebook.
Then you'll come off as faking it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you want to keep that consistency going throughout.
It's worse than faking it, guys, because if someone thinks you're a fake, they're much more questionable, right? You might be a little off. People will be like, okay, maybe he doesn't fit into our organization, but at least some people will be like, hey, this person's perfect for us.
And that's not really
But-
like you. I'm sorry to cut you off right
No,
now,
go
but
ahead,
like
go ahead.
that's not really like you outputting yourself again. Like because back to going around fake, it's like
Yeah.
you're not really outputting yourself personally,
Yeah,
who you
yeah.
are, and you're being different on Instagram and Facebook. And then people say like these are two different people. Like how would I work with this person?
Yeah, try to keep it like semi-professional, mostly all of them, as they just said, right? Because if you're like entirely like too personal, it might just come off weird and different. And if you're either too, like all professional on one and too personal on one, be like, okay, this is two separate people.
So make sure you just have one type of personality that everyone wants to see.
Keep it consistent. Keep it consistent. So consistency is the major thing when outputting yourself on social media.
Have some blogs towards what your goals are. Anything to show that, hey, this man is working towards this. Not just showing his characteristics, but showing his ambition as well. Like, what is he working towards? What are his goals? If you show someone that, hey, you're learning on your own time, your separate moments, it shows that, hey, this person is growing, or this person will do things here because he has. I wouldn't say like he has charisma. He wants to make it somewhere.
Confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Confidence is one thing, but he has more charisma. It means he's like, he's motivated
He's not just a
for
great
life.
figure. He's not boring.
Yeah, he's motivated for life.
So show that you have character.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I don't know, to show yourself to have, character, not to be someone who's boring, that comes across as like, if you watch videos or see photos of like persons with the same personality, it gets boring eventually, and you want to find like something with color in it,
So keep it interesting in a sense. Then.
Yeah, keep it interesting, keep it
So-
lively.
On the consistency, be consistent to a point.
To the point.
No, consistency goes in two ways too. You got to be consistent through your platforms. Not be somebody else on one platform, somebody different, completely different on another platform. Consistency always, you want to post, let's say, once a week or once a month, and kind of set a goal for yourself. Not just post once a year and then disappear, and then everybody forgets you, right? So that's another part of the consistency.
Yeah. Be truthful.
Yes, honesty. So honesty is a big one. Definitely. You don't want to put yourself out there and pretend to be somebody you're not, because it's not good.
That's not personal branding right there. That's not.
Exactly.
That's the whole. That's
Yeah.
the whole opposite of what it is to be not someone who you're not.
Honesty is big towards saying, hey, I can do this, and I know how to do this. Not just making it, oh yeah, I can do this to someone.
To conclude, we started off with the dictionary definition of personal branding.
And then we jumped into what personal branding means to us.
And again, going with that, guys, the number one platform that you guys want to be on is LinkedIn. It's the best professional networking site. We need to be on LinkedIn, guys.
Another thing, you want to stay consistent throughout all your platforms.
You also want to be authentic about who you are and with other people. Be truthful and stick to who you really are as a person.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you.
Subscribe. Subscribe.
So I can learn how to love.
Nice. Probably at the very top.
Yeah, Snapchat would be it would be
Snapchat. What do you guys think about posting your clubbing? You going out clubbing every Friday on Snapchat? Is that?
Oh, it's pretty good.
I don't know.
that is my Snapchat.
I know that's yours. I know.
What else do you use it for?